This is us, Shannon and Tim. And with the help of our buddy Lee, we're casting off the dock lines in Kemah, Texas, and finally starting our grand adventure. And this is SV Hornblower, our beloved Baba 40. We're heading off to the Florida Keys, and then over to the Bahamas, and eventually want to make our way down the Caribbean islands. And then who knows after that? But for now, we're heading out on an adventure that we can't wait to start.
Smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh, we are dreamers of the shore.
But I'm getting ahead of myself. Flashback 7 years ago, when Hornblower was just a boat on the Heart in Virginia. While she was previously well-loved and had been on many adventures, her previous owner had passed away and she needed a new home. So Tim got her to Kemah, and the work to restore her back to her previous glory began. Weeks became months, months became years, and before we knew it, 7 years had passed. In those 7 years, she got all new electrical systems, all new plumbing, new ceilings, new winches, new electronics, new rigging, new water maker, new solar panels, new generator, a new fiberglass water tank, and more sanding and varnishing than you could ever imagine. We've had several goals of dates when we wanted to leave, but you quickly learn that the boat is on her own timeline, and life happens along the way as well. But after much delay, we've finally done it. Kemah, Texas to Key West, Florida is approximately 850 nautical miles. Averaging 5 to 6 knots, the passage usually takes between 5 to 7 days. The Texas and Louisiana coasts are lined with oil rigs, and there's quite a bit of shipping activity as well. So the first several days were spent on alert, navigating around them. But as we got further offshore, we soon settled into a rhythm, and eventually the brown waters turned into blue, and the ships and rigs became fewer and fewer.
I wanna light a spark in the dark. I don't wanna say I'm okay, living the same every day. Come run beside me, let's take off.
With Tim's lucky lure, we had great luck in catching lots of fish. Kingfish, shark, wahoo, even a huge mahi that ended up getting away. Our days were filled with fishing, cooking, showering, reading, napping, and just relearning to relax. We met a few friends along the way, as several dolphin pods joined us each day. They often would turn sideways and look up at you to make sure you were watching. Then they would come out of the water or take off on a race to the front of the boat.
I don't wanna sleep every night.
Out in the middle of nowhere, we had a little bird land on our arch seat. Poor little guy had to be exhausted, as we were so far from land. He ended up sneaking inside, tucking his little head into his wing, and spending the night with us. Speaking of nighttime, we got lucky with an almost full moon every night. It really makes a huge difference, especially when you're trying to navigate around the rigs. One night, Tim woke me up before my shift, which I normally would be pretty cranky about, but it was to show me the bioluminescence, something I've always wanted to see. Unfortunately, we didn't get any video. We realized we could see it so well because there was a lunar eclipse, which I missed because I was sleeping, but that Tim and Lee got to experience. The wind wasn't blowing quite as much as we'd liked, but with the help of a few squalls and catching a great current near Florida, we finally reached land 6.5 days later. We were extremely pleased with the boat and pretty proud of ourselves for completing our first big passage. In our next video, we'll be leaving the U.S. and heading to our first stop in the Bahamas, the islands of Bimini. If you enjoyed our video, please like and subscribe so you don't miss out.